Dude, Roblox, for some reason, has released like 6 different brand new things, such as movies coming to Roblox, Roblox replacing the friends list with something else, offline mode kind of getting announced in a very interesting way, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm honestly torn on if this is a good or a bad video today. I guess you just have to watch the whole thing and tell me in the comments. After you subscribe, of course, because it's scientifically proven that if you're subscribed to this YouTube channel, you're a lot cooler than everyone else on planet Earth. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's move on to the first story because we have a lot of stuff to talk about, with the first story being something that is the smallest thing, I guess. And it's basically just like a community effort type of thing that I found kind of interesting because apparently there's a group of people that have made it possible to watch movies, in quotation marks, on Roblox. So I saw this tweet right here from the Portuguese Roblox news account that looked pretty interesting. And as you can see, it says this. I can't read it because I'm stupid, but if we translate it, it says this: innovation. You can now watch movies on Roblox, created by a small team named Maro, not really sure how to say that, is Roblox's first streaming service, bringing animations and videos into the game where you can watch them with friends. So yeah, apparently there is some sort of game that allows people to, I guess, work with them to upload movies to the platform. I don't know, but let's check out the game because they link the game here. So it costs 100 Robux to even get into it. So let me buy it and then I'm gonna join it and I'll show exactly what's in here. All right, so here's the game, and as you can see, it shows my friends list and it shows a bunch of animations. And is that Soybean? No way. Did Soybean agree to being in this? I hope so. Wait, both of these, all 3 of these soybeans? I know these 2 are soybeans, I think. Here, let's click on one of them. Watch the Haunted Manor. Oh, it has like a pop-up thing. That's interesting. 3D screen or a full screen? Okay, so it literally just spawns me in, and there's a screen up there where it literally just plays a soybean video. That is kind of interesting, dude. You can actually like turn it down. Wow, this is actually very cool. Okay, so yeah, that's the whole thing. I have never seen anything like this before. If you guys care about it, you can go buy it. It's called this. You can go check it out. But yeah, very cool. Way cooler than I thought it was going to be, actually. Now, there isn't many videos on it yet, but I think it literally just got released. So obviously with time, more things will get released. I have never seen anything like that before. But you know what else I haven't seen on Roblox? A collab that Roblox is kind of doing with another developer, that this developer is then taking and using it to kind of involve the community in a very interesting way. It's so confusing, but let me show you, because there is apparently an animation pack on Roblox being developed by the community, all thanks to Adidas and the creator of Catalog Avatar Creator. It's so interesting. So I saw this tweet on my front page that says, I know how much the Roblox community loves animation packs, so I wanted you to hear something really exciting. There's going to be a brand new Adidas animation pack on Roblox, but there's a twist that has never been done before. Now, the reason this is so cool that it's Adidas is because the last time Adidas made an animation pack, it was like really weird. Like, it was super duper wacky and they had so many weird animations. But then he goes on to say this: for the first time ever in Roblox history, the community gets to decide the moves included in the next animation pack. You get to suggest ideas and vote on moves, building the ideal animation pack, which we want to see together. Winners will also have their name engraved in the description of the animation pack forever. So when you have an idea for a funny walk, swim, jump, or idle animation, and now is your chance to get it into the game. Now, it says that you have to submit all your stuff by the 7th of May, and I'm pretty sure you have to submit it into the Discord or something. But yeah, very cool. We've never ever seen anything like this before, and it kind of reminds me of back in the day when Fortnite did the whole emote challenge where everybody was like showing emotes to get added to Fortnite. That was such like a classic, dude. And I guess this is kind of like a new version of that. So very cool. Shout out to all the people involved. That's really cool. But now we can move on to some other stuff, and it's basically some bad news. Well, let's start off with the least bad news because it is something that is quite ambiguous with bad things, but it isn't really bad, because Chipotle is coming back to Roblox once again. And the reason this always breaks the news is because the first time Chipotle spawned on Roblox went down for 72 hours. Now, allegedly, those two situations were not correlated, but the community still thinks so, and I still think so, to be honest. Chipotle, you totally crashed the freaking website, dude. Either way, Dexerto, still don't know how to say it, guys, tweeted out this: Chipotle has launched a Roblox game offering 50,000 free burritos to winners. Now, despite what the tweet says, it didn't actually come out yet. I'm pretty sure it comes out on May 3rd, I believe. I think Creekcraft responded to it saying that he's going to stream on the day it comes out to see what happens. Yeah, he said, I'm about to make so much money at 3 p.m. PT on Monday, May 5th, 2025. Creekcraft only sees his fans as money. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's what's going on with the Dexerto and Chipotle and Roblox thing. It's just Chipotle's coming back to Roblox once again, and people are making jokes about it. That's it. That's it. We don't know if it's going to crash. It probably won't. Chipotle's came back to Roblox like 5 different times, and I only think it's crashed once. So we're good. Okay, we're good. But now, without further ado, we can move on to some more actually negative stuff, because Roblox is officially finally removing this chat feature, and it's kind of sad, but also it's not really as big big of a deal as people may make it out to be. So I saw this tweet initially yesterday, and this has just kind of been spreading ever since. Ray said, tomorrow, Roblox will retire the legacy chat system, and games currently using it will be automatically migrated to text chat service starting in May 2025. Now, this is tweeted yesterday, so as of right now, you cannot use the legacy chat system in new Roblox experiences anymore. Now, the reason this is kind of sad is because the legacy chat system had a lot of cool functions that were a lot easier to implement than the new text chat service from what I remember. Like, you could have system chat messages that were a lot easier to make in legacy chat, etc., etc. But obviously, the new text chat service allows for Roblox to have more rigorous moderation and stuff like that, so it is kind of a better thing that it is finally getting updated. But the real thing that kind of scares me is the end of this tweet, because it says that games will automatically be migrated to the new text chat service starting in May 2025, which, as we know, with how Roblox has been going over the past many years, I feel like this update, whenever they force migrate a lot of games to the new text chat service, is definitely going to break a lot of old games that use the legacy chat system. Like, one main example that probably is a game that I don't think is played very much anymore is Roblox High School. I remember they had like this custom legacy chat system that they've never updated because the game never gets updated. And I imagine once this update gets forced upon all these games, it's probably going to break because that game had a lot of like specific things linked to the legacy chat system that probably won't move over to the new chat system smoothly, you know? But yeah, either way, just a new era for Roblox, I guess. And it is kind of sad to see that a lot of games might get broken in May. I don't know. Kind of sad. But anyways, we can now move on to the next negative story, because Roblox has renamed friends. You no longer have a friends list on Roblox. Well, you still do as of right now, but apparently in the future, in the very near future, you will no longer have a friends list. You'll have a connections list. Woo, exciting. As you can see from this Blox Media tweet, they tweeted out, forget about friends, meet connection. Money sign Roblox. Now, this all started and spawned from a Julian tweet, because Julian tweeted out this initial thing, let's play a game. Which Roblox feature is getting a corporate rebrand, which I think is a great way to format this whole thing. And as you can see, most people thought it was the homepage or trading, and friends was actually the least voted for option. I'm surprised. But no, it was actually the friends list, because apparently from this tweet from Blox Media, friends will soon be called connections on Roblox, and that is so boring. That is so boring, dude. They include a screenshot here of Creekcraft and what it would look like if you had this update and you tried to add Creekcraft. It would just say add connection, which, bruh. And yeah, a lot of people are not happy with this. It sounds way too corporate, sounds way too serious, and it's just, why would they even do this? I guess it's because Roblox is trying to make themselves like a platform that can be used by literally anybody, including like business people. Like, they want people to host meetings on Roblox and stuff. It's kind of gross that that's the path they want to go down, but that is the most common path, and it seems like this is probably the first update towards that, because I guess in a business setting, you don't really have friends, you have like coworkers and connections, and it's boring, dude. This is such a boring update. Why would they do this? And as you can see, more people are starting to tweet about this, so you know it's real, with Roblox RTC saying Roblox is working on renaming friends to connections, and that's all they said. And L, bro, absolute L. Super duper lame, dude. Very lame. Again, not a big update, like, but why would they do this, dude? I don't know. But without further ado, we can move on to the next story, which is Roblox finally announcing the release date of an update we've all been waiting for, because it all started many years ago, I'm gonna be honest, but we're not gonna go all the way back there. We're gonna go back to March 11th of this year, because Bloxy News tweeted this out like a couple months ago, saying Roblox will soon allow you to restrict who can see when you're online, with a screenshot showing off with a potential settings page that shows that eventually on Roblox you will be able to turn off the online status, your profile, which is something that we've wanted for many years. I remember like back in 2020 people wanted this, and it just still didn't get updated. But now 5 years later, guys, we finally have a release date, because Bloxy News just tweeted this out, saying Roblox plans to release the new online visibility privacy setting in Q3 of 2025, along with changes to the Get Friends Online API, which is most likely going to be about like the connections thing maybe. But either way, insane. We finally got a release date for this update, because it feels like for the longest time we've just been getting stringed along for this update. But now it's finally here. We're getting it Q3. If you guys are curious when that is going to be, I think, from the time of July to, I think, September maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong on the comments, but I think that's around the time we should be getting this update, which is still really far away, like really Roblox. But then again, time has been flying. I can't believe it's already been 5 months into the year, so I imagine time is going to fly by and we're going to see this update in no time, low-key. Yeah, this this was all announced with a dev forum post an hour ago talking about the Get Friends Online API changing. So if you're a developer, you might want to look into this because it is kind of important for some developers that might have certain systems that use your friends list. But yeah, they also sneakily put in that release date, which is epic. That's epic. But now we can move on to the last story, which is Roblox finally winning a lawsuit, dude. They finally won something. Because as you can see, Adam Star Lawyer tweeted out, "It's official, Roblox is not responsible for your gaming addiction." I thought it said gambling addiction at first, but it says gaming. In a recent class action filed in Illinois, Roblox was accused of intentionally designing games to be addictive, leading to what the plaintiff described as an internet gaming disorder. Now, I'm not really sure what this lawsuit is. I don't know if I talked about it. I feel like I didn't because I don't recognize this at all. But if we go into the comments, we can see exactly how Roblox won this lawsuit, and it's kind of funny, okay? Because as you can see, apparently the legal strategy borrowed the approach used in tobacco litigation, aiming to hold companies accountable for addictive design. If successful, it could have opened the floodgates to a wave of lawsuits against the gaming industry. So yeah, I guess they were trying to regulate how addictive games can be, but apparently they lost and Roblox won because Roblox responded by moving to dismiss the case, citing Section 230 of the Communications Decency and First Amendment Protections Act, or whatever, in which the court then agreed. So I'm not really sure what the Section 230 thing is. Oh, it basically means that Roblox is not liable for content created by its users, which is exactly what I thought when I initially read this tweet, because the initial tweet says that Roblox designs games to be addictive, but the thing about Roblox is that they aren't actually designing the game. All the games on Roblox are created by third parties, you know what I mean? So I guess, yeah, you couldn't really hold Roblox accountable for that, I guess. Yeah, either way, the court has ruled that Roblox is not addictive, and you should keep gambling on Pet Sim, guys.